And Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. On the Bears sideline, Ben Johnson, hot name in the coaching circles the last few years, was the offensive coordinator here in Detroit, 2022 to 2024. On the other side, it is the head coach of the Lions. This guy's also fell in the opener a week ago, so we've got a couple of teams here desperately wanting to avoid an 0-2 start. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. And off we go from Ford Field. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
And he's coming off a game where he was pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest, and he had a couple nice throws mixed in, a couple decent drives here and there, but the inability to find the end zone, of course, he had the one interception, so a lot to clean up, a lot to improve. Not just him, but frankly the entire offense.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And some good blocking, springing up a gain of 9 as we get to third down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's going to have a Bears first down. We're able to get the third down conversion. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On the ground, it's Swift. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Derek Barnes on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Throwing on second down, Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for third and 3. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. Headed left, buying time. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. First and 10.
First down, Bears.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
The thing that stuck out to me, Mike, was when we met with him this week, immediately, right at the start of the production meeting, was his ability to take ownership of last week's loss. He said, listen, if I don't make those 2 interceptions, we probably win that game. And when you go back and watch the tape, I love how hard he is on himself. He played pretty good ball. If he can eliminate those couple bad throws, a couple bad decisions, when he's good, he is as good as there is in the NFL.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Lions first down.
Lions first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Once again, it's Gibbs. Yeah, he's to the 10. And he's in. What a try. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. His second rushing touchdown of the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The
Now
kicker
Jake
on
Bates
for the extra
on for
point.
the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions 7, Bears nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bears offense ready to see the football for the second time. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard
The tight end,
line.
Komet, is on the move. Another run here, another run by Smith. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
It's a loss.
It is 3rd and 10.
Third down.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They'll indeed go. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Chicago.
They'll run with Swift. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Johnson. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
So a little extra time to think about this 3rd and goal as we've hit the end of the 1st. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Bears in possession here to start the 2nd quarter as they will see what they can do with this 3rd and goal. Here's Williams now to throw. We'll try to set up the screen here to Swift.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Santos' kick is good. And the Bears are on the board. It's 7-3.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. Greg, the NFC North has become such a fun division over the last few years. Think of the geography and the legacy. It's always been, because of the proximity, a fun division with great rivalries. But with almost all the teams playing well, save the Bears over the last few years, it's almost heightened the awareness of how good the NFC North can be.
Yeah, I think going into the season, I'd make the argument it's the best division in football. And I think when the worst team, I know they were 5-12 with the Chicago Bears, but to me, there's a lot of wins built in there. Now they bring in Ben Johnson. They continue to build around Caleb Williams. That feels like there's a lot more wins built into that 5-12 record if they just get themselves organized and get some pieces around Caleb Williams. And that's what they've done. So, yes, Detroit and Minnesota, Green Bay.
He gets free. And he will score. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. That is second TD catch of the season. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play right after catch.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Bears 3. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Bears offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked the touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35, where even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I am so happy, Greg, for that. It just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come over.
And this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7.
Second and 12.
On second down, Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. First time these two have connected. did this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Toss to the right. Here comes Gibbs. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. That's Tyreek Stevenson there to make the tackle. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Second down, they need 7. From the gun, it's gone. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 20-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft. The draft has become this multi-day, huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as the season gets going.
Obviously, so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes number 1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I mean, you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
It's second down.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
It's third down. Third and
So
long.
backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. To throw is Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way. Here's Mitch Wisnowski now. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10.
The Lions take over first and 10.
The drive begins at the 20. There's first and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. It's our second week in studio, second week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our trip around the league starts now, and it kicks off in South Florida. The Dolphins at home to take on the Patriots in the AFC East. And it's the Miami defense that comes up with the big play here. They come up with the key interception here, one of 2 for them in the game. The Dolphins even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers at home to take on Washington. And this is the former USC Trojan, Marshawn Lloyd. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. Lastly, let's go to Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers hosting the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Aaron Rodgers. He gets this one complete, 6-yard touchdown pass. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Steelers looking for a 2-0 start. They lead at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Lions offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags, who also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid, week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside the U.S. in each regular season. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Detroit Lions.
To throw is Goff. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Try to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's going to have that 1st down. They didn't want to settle for 3. And now it's 1st and goal. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Goff to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdown.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Bates now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Bears 3. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Bears offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. He'll pick up the 7.
It's a gain of 7.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. DJ Reader. He gets into drop in for his first sack of the young season. On 3rd down, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. Luther Burton, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down. The Bears sending out their punt team. That's taken at about the 14. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
Go. Hey, 20.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. We'll go play action with Goff. Now a pass, deep for St. Brown. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. This one caught by Patrick. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Sione Faki. Touchdown, Lions. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the 1st half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once more. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Some hitting going on now. He was rough right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
26-yard line.
Now Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third down, 3 to go.
Williams. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. And it works out as they convert on fourth down.
First down, Chicago.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Set to go now on first and 10.
Down, Bears.
Throwing again. Williams. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 2. At the line.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They try to throw again. Here's Williams. Back complete to Swift. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup. But that is enough for a first down.
2 yards on the play. And the Bears first down.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. Throwing on second down. Williams. That's the Pro Bowl safety, Brian Grant. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's in. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. And this has to feel good for this team, Greg. After losing week 1, to continue to add to the lead here in the fourth quarter and get themselves likely back to 500.
Yeah, just a really nice bounce-back performance. After talking to them, they felt really disappointed in their Week 1 performance. They felt like they got off to a slow start, Mike. So now here in Week 2, bounce back, deal with a little adversity early in the season. I think this is going to bode well as the rest of this year plays on.
Jack Fox to kick off for the
The
Lions.
kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Duvernay on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bears offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a first and 10. Pushed out to his left. Now he'll run it. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
At the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 23 yards.
Going on first down, it's Williams. And that time, the pressure's too much. He'll go down. It's Hutch, Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. Burden, the man on the move. Williams to throw on second down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Not front here. Third and a lot. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. A quick slant into the hands of Odunze. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
In punt formation.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. Jameer Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Intended for
Try again.
Jameson
It's
Williams.
2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
They run with the former there, David Montgomery. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
32-yard line.
So 2 minutes
That's a
left to
gain of
play
3.
in the
It's
second
3rd
half.
and 7.
Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Out of the shotgun, it's gone. Quick throw, taken in, and he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
For a Lions.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Brought down
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
180.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. That didn't lose yardage, not gaining any either. It's 3rd
No
down.
gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
We go tonight. 180.
They'll run the toss with Gibbs. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done.
Jack Fox in.
So it's a win here for the Lions. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. They'll have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.